Hi, I'm Carly.
Hi, I'm Ashley.
And we're back with another YouTube tutorial.
We're going to be teaching you how to do your nails today. Let's get crafty.
So, all you're going to need today is napkins if you're doing it in your room.
Like we are.
And
some nice nail polishes. In this case, you could choose whatever color. I'm doing red with sparkles, but we also have a clear coat too.
And obviously you need your nails.
Yes.
So what you're going to do first,
okay, let's start.
Is take your one napkin, open it up as much as you can, and just place it on the floor. It's okay if this is full. And then keep your other napkins next to it.
Yeah, on that side. And just so you know, Carly's going to be doing my nails today, and I'll probably watch this tutorial 5 million times at home because I can't do my nails for my life.
Okay, so you just have to put your one hand down, and you gotta shake the nail polish first. You always do that. Both. So, first you take your clear coat, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna start from the cuticle. So you want to get all the way from there, all the way to the end. And before you start, you always want to brush off most of the stuff, so it's not too heavy. And then you're just going to want to start with the pinky, or the thumb, whichever one. Just lightly put a little coat on.
And in this case, I just recently took off fake tips, so my nails are really bumpy, and especially if you have dry or not smooth nails, this will make them a lot healthier and especially make them a lot stronger when you put the top coat on. Alright.
You don't want too much of the first coat,
because you'll also be putting it on at the end. And just continue with that until you're done with your whole hand. And don't worry if you also get it on your finger a little bit too, because this is completely see-through and it's not visible. Okay, so Carly is just about done with that.
Okay.
And now you gotta shake your color really well, really well. Now, I'm using kind of a dark red, but if you're using a lighter blue or green or any light kind of color, you're going to need definitely more than one coat.
Yes, even with a darker color, sometimes the first one comes out really light. So what you're going to want to do is don't keep adding the nail polish on because it'll get clumpy. So you want to put your first coat on, and you could always go back and add more for the second coat. So you got to do the same thing, just like this. And I'm going to start with the pinky because it's the easiest for me. You just start from there and lightly brush it on. Make sure you get the sides. And even if some gets on your nail, after it dries, you can just put it under cold water.
And it just comes right off.
And it should come right off.
But also, if you don't want to do that, most people would use, what is it called? Nail polish remover. But you don't always have to do that.
Okay, now I'm not doing her ring finger because with the sparkles we showed you before, I'm going to add a little bit of that to her one finger to give it a little style.
And we're not doing a design except for the sparkles, but if you're interested in giving yourself a more classy look, you can always buy nail polishes, or if you have them already that have a really thin brush, you can make a little design on your thumb or ring finger, or really anywhere you want if it's small. But like me, we're not going to do that. And some people in painting their nails enjoy putting just clear coats on, and then after that putting white on the top, which would just give it a French manicure look. But most girls our age would just add color.
Before I do the sparkle, I'm just going to do another layer. A little layer on the ones that need it. See, as you can tell, it already kind of dried. Now, I don't think her pinky needs any. I'm gonna go to our middle finger. Which needs just a little bit.
And just remember, the finished product, not the finished product, the product will probably show you after the first coat of, the second coat of red, probably might look a little bit messier than you would expect, only because, remember, we're going to be running it under cold water because we're not using nail polish remover.
We're almost done. It's a little messy because her nails are short and it's kind of hard to tell where her nail actually ends. And if you're shaky, it's okay. I'm a little shaky right now.
But that's okay because messing up is just part of the whole thing.
You can always just take your finger and go around it.
Like I'm doing.
So right now I'm going to close this so it doesn't spill all over my carpet.
And we'll show you what they look like so far. So they look like this so far. You know, a little bit messy, but that's okay. And as you can see, my ring finger does not have anything on it.
So
but right now we're
going
going
to
to
add sparkles. I just want to shake it just in case. And I got all of this nail polish at CVS. So
And
see, it's just sparkles. There's no color. Silver sparkles.
And if you're wondering what brand we use, my color is Sally Hansen. Our clear coat, which I actually think is the best, is Q-Tex. You might not find that in most CVS's, but in our case it was new, so we got a good deal on it. And our sparkles, which I absolutely love, are Funky Fingers, but you can mainly find that in Claire's or really anywhere if you couldn't find it in CVS.
Even in Walgreens and Five Below. I know Five Below has a lot of the Funky Fingers.
However, if you're wondering on what color to get in Funky Fingers, it might be a little hard only because a lot of them are light and you'll need a lot of coats. Now, as you can see, we just put the sparkles on my ring finger. And we're going to go back right now and put
another clear
on.
coat. Just shake this a little bit. Have a little there.
That's okay. And it's okay at first if it's a little gloppy or something, if anything, even though mine aren't. But eventually, the top coat will really set in and make it look a lot nicer.
And you don't have to wait for the nail to dry to put on the next clear coat. You can just put it right over it.
And it's okay if your top layer is thicker than your original first layer, only because this will give it a real shine to it. So, but you might want to wait a little bit for it to dry at least, only because then it might smudge the nail.
Okay, just more. Remember to wipe it off on the side so there's not too much.
And the sparkles, of course, doesn't need as much as the color would.
And if you do a design on a finger or on all of them, if you only do it on one finger, I recommend doing it on your ring finger because it just looks a lot nicer than on any other one. Okay, we're almost done here.
You just gotta do the thumb, and then it'll be good. Now just remember, we didn't run it under cold water yet because we don't have a pause button on our video. But this is what the finished product will look something like. Okay, I hope you enjoyed our YouTube tutorial.
Bye!